I'm recording the class, guys. So I'll be sending you this recording. First of all, in this class, my target like is to spend couple of hours discussing test engine framework and also giving you more information on this whatever the loop we are learning. Will give you more information on this looping and test engine. So probably first 1 hour will be on this looping and the remaining time will be for test engine and other website related automation. Okay, so to do this test engine stuff, let me start my Eclipse, and there I will be, like I ask you to do this looping using both while and for loop. So I saw Javed, you did some of the loop using for loop, but you didn't use while loop, right? So both of I'll be doing the example by using both of the loops, so that you guys can understand both of this. So what is the problem? Like the document that I sent, was it not enough to understand this looping?
Yeah, you sent us one site because this one is UFP. I have no idea for the UFP. I think no, so I don't understand for this video.
But I sent a document. In the document, I provided you some information regarding these loops.
Yeah, but there is no more details. Anything. This just idea.
So if you take a look here, I provided example of this looping. Let's say for while loop, the syntax of the loop, flow chart. So this information, by looking at it, you didn't understand this information.
So Thanmoy, what is the difference while loop and for loop?
So while loop and for loop.
Thanmoy, can you share your screen?
Cannot you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, go to your Mikogo screen. You will be able to see my screen.
Oh, Mikogo?
Mikogo, yeah.
Okay.
If you go to Mikogo, you'll be able to see my screen.
Yeah, I can go.
Can you see now? Can you see my screen now?
Just a minute.
Okay. Okay, so let me start this looping discussion. So this for loop and while loop, both of this loop will do the kind of similar work. Both of them will do similar work, but the way they do the work is different. So sometimes,
ওখান থেকে বার হয়ে আবার জয়েন হও।
so sometimes you will see that I'm going to discuss both of this loop here in details, and I'll be answering your question. So I have like a little bit time. Let me answer you all of this question. So I'm going to start a new project, new Java project, and then I'm going to name it as looping, and then finish. Now if you take a look in this looping, I'm going to create a package here.
হয়েছে? হ্যাঁ, ওটা থেকে হ্যাংআউট থেকে বার হয়ে আবার জয়েন হতে হবে। আমি হ্যাংআউট থেকে বার হয়ে আবার জয়েন হয়েছি, দেখো সবাই আছে। ওই যে কর্নারে আছে না, তুমি আবার তুমি তোমার যেখান থেকে হ্যাংআউট থেকে আরম্ভ করছিলে না ইমেল,
finish, and then
দেখো আমার কন্ট্রোলে নাই, কি করবো তুমি, কোথায় গেল আমার ইয়েটা,
এই যে দেখেন এই যে আমার পেজটা কই যাবো বলেন।
পেজটা তোমার তোমার নিচের দিকে তো আইকন গুলো ঠিকই আছে। এটা হ্যাঁ, তুমি গুগলসে যাও, গুগলসে ক্লিক করো, ওখানে তোমার ইমেল।
এই গুগল তো ওনার গুগল আমার না।
আমার দাঁড়াও 1 সেকেন্ড, আমার অডিও বন্ধ করতে হবে।
okay, so here, right, so let's take a look. Can everyone see my screen? Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys can see. So let's take a look at the first question. What is the first question? In the first homework that we have here is this. I'll do this, let's say this one, right? I think
Yeah,
most of
so-
you will be able to do it. This is a loop that we are going, first number in the series is 2, and then it is 10, and then 18. So what is the difference? The difference is 8, right?
8.
So,
Eight.
and what is the termination point? 100.
100.
What is the initialization point? 2.
Yeah.
So in this loop, let's say I'm commenting out something. Our starting point is 2. Our increment decrement is
Eight.
increment decrement equal to 8, and then our termination point is equal to 100. Correct? So in this loop, if you go there in your Eclipse, right, if you come here, how will you do that? You just, very simple, you declare a variable here to control the loop, integer I, and then you do for, and then you use it here. Now for, in the for you will have to provide the condition. Now I equal to, what is your starting point? 2.
2.
And then how far from 2, how far do you want to go? You want to go from 2 to 100.
Less,
Equal to 100.
If you say less than 100, if you say less than 100, then it will go less than 100, it will not go up to 100. So if you want to go up to 100, you will have to provide I less than or equal to 100, and then you come here, what is our increment decrement? So I equal to I plus
Plus 8.
I plus 8. Right? Now if you, so what do? You output system dot out dot print ln
I.
print ln, you put here system out print ln, our value is, let's say I'm not putting any message, so I just want to print I, right? Now if you run it, you will see that it will be printing that series. Right? You can see that 2,
Yes.
10, 80. Now
Okay.
the question here, how does it work? It starts from I equal to 2, and then it checks if that I less than or equal to 100. So initially I equal to 2, and then when it is checking 2 less than or equal to 100, yeah, that is true, then it is coming here and printing I, and then next task what it does, it does the increment. Now 2, I equal to I plus 8, that means I equal to 2 plus 8. Now I is 10, 10 less than or equal to 100, the condition is true, it is coming here printing it. In that way it will go up to 100. Make sense? Now If you want to
Yeah.
do the same series, if you want to do the same series using while loop, right? How will you do that? Let me do this same series using while loop. So I'm just keeping that whatever I have by using for loop. Now I'm doing it using while loop. So what I'll do, while, right? This while loop is more understandable. You will find it more understandable, easy to understand. So while you put your condition here, and then you put the body of the while loop here. Now what is the condition? While I while I less than or equal to 100. While I less than or equal to 100. And then what do I want to do? I want to print system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. What do I want to print? I want to print this I. Right? System dot out dot println. Is it I or O? I put by mistake. I put J. Let's say I cannot use J because I didn't declare a variable. I have to put I. Now, after you print it, what you will have to do? You will have to do the in for loop, right? Can you see it is in the for loop in this parenthesis? But in while loop, you will have to do this increment decrement separately. Here,
Yeah.
right? Now, what about the initialization? In for loop, we are doing the initialization, right? How will you do the initialization here? Can anyone answer this? So before
While 2 less than equal to 2, right? Or I equal to 2.
initially,
Declare
what
I
is
equal
your
to 2.
what is your starting point? I equal to 2, right?
Yeah.
So now we have done this by using, let's say I'm running it. Let me run it. So I'm going to print a message here, system dot out dot println, right? I'm going to say here using let's say here using while loop, right? Now let me run it. Now can you see, after using while loop, was it able to print anything?
No.
So why it was not able to print anything?
The initializing point is
There are no starting point.
We didn't define any starting point, and by the time it is reaching here, what is the value of I? When it is exiting out from for loop, right? What is the value of I?
2.
so declare I equal to 2.
So it will, what will happen here, Nahid bhai? It will be keep looping here. In line number 8 to 10, we will be keep executing. First it will be executed for, as you can see from the output, right? Let me show you the output. Right? It has started from 2, right? In the for loop, what it did, 2, and then it checked the condition 2 less than or equal to 100, condition is true, then it is coming here printing it, and after printing it, it is incrementing it by 8. Now if you increment 2 by 8, what is the value? It will be 10, and then it is coming here 10 less than or equal to 100, the condition is true, then it is printing 10, and then it is coming here it is coming here. Again it is incrementing 10 plus 8, 18, right? 18 less than or equal to 100, still condition true, and then it is printing 18, and then it is incrementing 8 by another 8, that means 26. 26 less than or equal to 100, it is printing 26, and then it is incrementing 26 by another 8, that becomes 34, right? 34 less than or equal to 100, condition true, then it is printing 34, and then it is incrementing 34 by another 8. 34 plus 8, how much? 42. 42 less than or equal to 100, still condition true. 42 less than 100, and then printing 42, and then it is incrementing 42 by another 8. 42 plus 8 is 50, right? 50 less than or equal to 100, it is printing 50 because condition is true. Then it is making 58. 50 plus 8, 58. 58 less than or equal to 100. Then what do you see? 58 less than or equal to 100, we are getting 58 printed here, and then it is incrementing 58 by another 8, that is becoming 66. 66 less than or equal to 100, again condition is true, it is printing 66, and then it is incrementing 66 by 8, that is 74. 74 less than or equal to 100, it is printing 74, right? And then it is doing 82. 82, 74 plus 8 is 82. 82 less than or equal to 100, still condition is true, right? Now it is printing 82. Then what will be the value of I? 82 plus 8. Now the value of I is 82 plus 8 means 90. 90 less than or equal to 100, still condition is true, it is printing 90. Then it is incrementing I by another 8, that is 98. 98 less than or equal to 100, is it true or false? 98 less than or equal to 100,
Yeah, true.
true. Then it is printing 98. Then it is incrementing 98 by another 8, then how much it is becoming?
106.
100, 106.
It's false.
Is 106. Now when it is reaching the final point, the condition is becoming 106 less than or equal to 100.
It's false.
It's false.
Is false. Then it is not printing anymore, but it is not printing, that means it is exiting out from for loop. But what is the value of I when it is exiting out from the for loop? When it is exiting out from the for loop, what is the value of I?
When the less than or equal to 100.
No, what is the value of I? When it is
It's two.
exiting,
When it is exiting 100, or the value of I, the value is 106.
so
Is it 98 or?
no, it has already printed. After printing,
Yeah, all of.
after printing, it has executed 98 plus 8. Then I becomes 106.
6.
Now at this point, what is the value of I? Here,
106.
106. 106. So let me put it in this way: system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Here, try to understand this. Here I am going to say, now I am out of for loop, and I out of for loop, and I equal to plus I. So what will happen? Now this print statement is outside of for loop, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me execute it again.
It will come, I'm out of for loop, then 106.
Now Nahid bhai, you are right. Can you guys see that it has from inside the for loop it has printed up to 98, and then this line number 11 here when we are trying to print I, the value of I is 106. Who can
Yeah.
answer why this value is 106? The value of I is 106.
Because you
Because-
add the next statement, that next value of I plus I, this state will execute next value of I.
So when it is going for okay 98 less than or equal to 100, it is printing 98, and then we are doing the incrementation. After incrementation, when we are checking the condition, then we are finding condition is false, then it is
False,
not
yeah.
going into the for loop, but outside of for loop I is already increment. Does it make sense?
Increment. Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, I
Everyone,
understand.
does anyone have any questions so far?
No.
Okay, very good. Now that you do not have any question, now can you tell me why it is not going inside that while loop? Can you see it's supposed to, like, why it is not printing something from this while loop?
Because initialization, the initial value of I it's not recognizing.
Because our condition is the less than 100. It's not cross the 100, so we don't print it. That's it.
I over there I is not declared. Where the initial value will declare, we have to mention, because we just because given the condition, two condition only. We didn't give any limits. The maximum limit you given, but why you have
Yeah,
to start?
Okay, now here what you said, Nahid Bhai, can you repeat? Sorry, I was not able to put attention here.
No, we give both the condition, but we didn't give the initialization value where the I gonna start. We
No.
give the I less than 100, and
No,
we give
this is not the right answer.
So we have to change the.
So here it is a very straightforward answer, guys. This is when we are in line number 14, right? When we are line
Yeah.
number 14, what is the value of I?
Any value less than 100 or equal.
No. My question is
106.
specific. When I am in line number 14, what is the value of I?
106.
106. That is the point.
Yeah.
Now when you are comparing, is
One-
106 less than or equal to 100?
It's false.
It's false. It's
Yeah,
false,
because
right?
100
That's-
is less. Yeah.
That's why it is not going into that while loop. So
The
what
thing-
I will have to do, guys, before
If
I
you put here, if you put here 106 and the
no, my I'll have to in while loop. Can you see in for loop initialization, condition check, increment, decrement, everything is done here in this
Inside
line,
the for loop.
right? But here in line number
Like
14, line number 14, guys, here in line number 14 we are doing only the condition check. Here we are only doing the condition check, we are not initializing the value. So before you do the condition check, what is your starting point? Your starting point is 2, so you will have to
2.
initialize the value of I, and then here you are doing the condition check and it is printing it, and then you are doing the incrementation or decrementation in a separate line, and then it is going to print. Now if you execute it again, right, if you execute it again, you will see what happens now. Now can you see it has printed the value from for loop, and then it has printed the values from while loop, from
Yeah.
both loops.
Well,
Does it make sense, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who do not understand this? Or who does have question here up to this?
Yeah, so this is the answer I given you, that I have to initialize the I equal to 2, or I have to start the point. But again, now there's a confusion was happened, because for the for loop,
Mhm.
we got the value of last value of 106.
Yeah.
So it's not, we don't declare that the this condition I in while loop, it will be false.
Yeah.
That's why initializing the for I equal to 2 over here. Then this can execute these conditions, right?
Right. So while loop, in while loop, you do not have the initialization point, so you do the initialization before your loop starts.
While loop.
Right.
So the question is over here actually. So every while or fall, we have to go for we have to follow all the conditions.
All
It's
the
not like in for loop you initializes the I is going to work for the while, right?
Yeah.
no, the for loop initialization you have initialized here, it will not work here in while, because when you are coming out of for loop, your I is, let's say it is something like this. Let's say initially it is just a small fruit. When the fruit come out of the tree, it is small, and then gradually it becomes bigger, and then biggest, right? When you are coming out of for loop, it is already biggest. It is a big
So,
big fruit.
Tormo, the difference is only while loop and for loop, that we separately initialize, and we put the condition separate. This is the only difference, or?
This is the only difference. That is correct.
Okay. Okay.
That is correct. Now, another thing, both of this loop, before it enters into the loop, what does it do? It checks the condition. Correct? Do you understand this? Before it do anything, before it execute the body of the loop, it checks the condition. If the condition is true, then only it prints the value. Do you understand this?
Repeat one more time.
Sure. So let's say when it is coming here, first it is doing the condition check. Is 2 less than or equal to 100? Is that true or false?
It's true.
True.
True, right? 2 less than or equal to 100, it is true.
True.
If it is true, then only it will come here and print it, do the incrementation. But if you initialize I equal to 101, what will happen? Here?
It's false.
When it is coming here, the condition is becoming false, so it is not going to execute this 2 line. Does it make
Print.
sense?
Yeah.
Does it make sense? So
তন্ময় ভাই
yeah, please.
তন্ময় ভাই রিপা শুনতে পাচ্ছে না। রিপা তখন থেকে চেষ্টা করছে, আপনাকে একদমই শুনতে পাচ্ছে না। আমি বুঝছি না কেন। ও ইয়েতে হ্যাংআউটে
হ্যাংআউটে উনি কি হ্যাংআউটে আছে? Let me see.
করতে আছে, কিছু পাচ্ছে না।
Yeah, I can see Riba Babi. She is in the hangout.
ও মানে অনেক কোশ্চেন আপনি জিজ্ঞাসা করছেন না, ও অ্যানসার করতে চায় বাট পারছে না।
উনি কি আমাকে শুনতে পাচ্ছে? অ্যানসার যে করতেছে উনি কি
হ্যাঁ শুনতে পাচ্ছে কিন্তু অনেকবার আপনাকে দেখেছে, কিন্তু আপনি শুনছেন না ওনাকে। ওকে
বুঝতে পারছি।
রিপা একবার ট্রাই করো।
ভাইয়া আমার কথা শুনতে পারেন?
হ্যাঁ, আপনাকে তো আমি খুব ক্লিয়ারলি শুনতে পারি।
না, ও তো আপনি শুনতে পাচ্ছেন বিকজ শি ইজ অন দ্য ফোন উইথ মি।
ওকে।
রিপা তুমি ফোন বন্ধ করে তুমি ওনাকে ওখান থেকে চেষ্টা করো। আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, ও ট্রাই করছে।
জি। হ্যাংআউট থেকে
মাইক্রোফোন অফ মনে হয় তোমরা ভাই।
ওনার মাইক্রোফোনটা আপনি কি ওনাকে হাসান ভাই আপনি জিজ্ঞেস করবেন উনি কি মাইক্রোফোন দিয়ে ইয়ে করতেছে কমিউনিকেশন, মানে উনি কি ওনার মাইক্রোফোন আছে কিনা?
ও তা আমি জানি না, তাহলে জিজ্ঞাসা করে দেখি এক সেকেন্ড।
ওকে, জিজ্ঞেস করুন। ওকে গাইস, নাও is there any further question here on this looping?
No, we are good.
We are good. So if you take a look, the remaining loops, right? The remaining loops, same thing. The same thing if you, let's say if I want to solve this one, right? If
Yeah,
I want to,
149.
yeah,
The last one. C. Okay.
see, let's say if I want to solve this one by this for loop and while loop, how will I do that? So can anyone instruct me how to do that?
Yeah, is the I value is 1024, and the increment is increment
Increment or decrement by 25.
It's by 25. Yeah.
So let me bring that loop here. So my this is the loop that I'm talking about to resolve. This is the loop. Let me bring it here. So this is the loop that I want to solve using for loop and do while loop. While loop. Now can you see this 1000? What is your starting point?
1024.
1024, right? This is your starting point. And then where do you want to stop?
One. Greater than or equal to.
I greater than equal to
So
One.
it will be executing as long as I greater than or equal to 1. Instead of less than, it will be
greater
greater than or equal to
1.
1. And what is the increment decrement thing here?
Equal to I minus
I equal to I
25.
minus 20
25.
25, right? This is by using for
For
loop.
loop.
Now if you want to do it by using while loop, right? What will you do here? 1000, your starting point is, what is your starting point? 1024,
25.
right? And you want to go up to greater than or equal to 1.
1.
And what is your increment decrement point?
Join from here.
minus 20.
I minus
Yeah. Where are you? One more one. So you can. Yeah, we start our class. So you can join.
So now if I execute it,
Yeah, you can open your computer and just open your Gmail account.
right? Can you
And
see
you-
1024,
you-
999, 974, 949, 924? It is printing the series, right? So we did it by using for
You
loop,
join from there. I know.
and then we did the same thing by using while loop.
Yeah.
and loop.
Make sense?
Yes, yes.
Everyone, do you understand this?
Good.
Okay, very good. Now let's take a look at the next loop.
Tanmay, can you solve the number B?
Yeah, number. Yeah, but
Yeah.
do you understand this, Junaid?
Yeah, this one I understand. Yeah.
Okay, let me take a look. What do I have? So you want me to give you the solution for this?
Number B.
This is the number.
Yeah,
B.
this one. Yeah.
Now, what is that series, Junaid? Can you see this series is basically 1
Square.
1 to the power 1 where is my 2 where is my cap? 1 to the power 2
2.
comma 2 to the power 2 to the power 2 comma 3 to the power
2.
for 2. In other words, what you can say, this series is 16 means 4 times 4, right? You go up
Yeah.
to
4 times 2.
40 times 40, not 4 times 2. If you put 4 times
Oh yeah,
2,
4 times 40. Yeah.
4, do you understand what I'm doing here? So instead of,
Yeah.
you can say instead of one square, Instead of 1
square,
square,
two
you can
square.
say 1 times
star 1.
1. You can
1
say
into 1.
here 2
2
times
into 2.
2 times 2, and
2.
then you can say here
3 times 3.
3 times 3 times 3.
3 times 3.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So 1
so
time 1. Okay.
so what is happening? What is happening? This is a series 1 2 3 4 5 6 up to 40. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it is very simple. Let me show you how you will be doing it. So if you come to your, I'm going to do it here, let's say by using for loop, right? So what is your starting point? Your starting point is 1. And how far you want to go?
1600
40.
or 40.
You want to go 40. Your series is up to 40, isn't it? If you take a look at your series, this series, right? Let me take this series from here to there. So this is your series, right? This series starts from 1, go up to how long? Starts from 1, go up to 40.
40.
So that means you start from 1, you put here 40. Do you change anything else?
So first you join
Yeah.
the go.
No.
Yeah.
You put less than or equal to, and then what do you do
Greater
here?
Greater than
Will it be
I
greater than or
still
equal to or less than or equal to?
less than equal.
Less than or equal to. And here I equal to I plus how much?
I star I.
I plus
I to the
I
power
plus 1.
I into I.
I equal to I plus 1. And then here you will be putting I times I.
I.
Now let me know if it makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you,
No.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. Tanumbai, can you tell me again?
Sure. So do not think of this series.
Okay.
Let's say it is not there. Consider the
Okay.
series on the right hand side.
You find this screen,
Okay.
then you open your Gmail ID.
Now
Gmail ID for the Hangout, and you can for the audio, the voice.
can you see now here, Junaid, if you consider the right hand side, what do you see?
1 into 1. So 2 into 2. I mean 1 to the power 1, right?
Mhm.
So 2 to the power 2.
Mhm.
3 to the power 3. Yeah. Square. Okay.
Mhm. So do you,
Yeah, I understand this.
you understand,
This side.
everyone? Do you
Yeah.
understand this?
Yeah, understand.
You find anything?
Shariar, what about you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Let me see who is in the audio call. So
Find any request with Hangout?
sorry. Now, Naidbhai, do you understand this?
Ji bhai. But I have a question that instead of like I plus, if we put our I into I, what will be that condition?
You open it Gmail ID,
Yeah, we can do that in
I into
yeah, we can do this,
but you don't find any request for Hangout.
guys. We can do it in that way as
If you
well.
see in your Gmail ID in the left side, there are some of the group.
Let me, he's having difficulty. Let me add him. Nazmon, and then I think he has 2 emails.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so Nahid bhai, instead
B.
of like if we think of this series, instead of increment decrement in that way, we can do this the same series in another way. How? Let's say I'm going to copy this, and then I go to 1, and then I less than or equal to, I'm going to put 1600, and then here I'll say
And
I equal to
like
I times
Thank you.
Boys,
I. Actually, no, not is it I equal to I times I equal to 1, and then no.
Again 1. If you put I is equal to I star 1, it comes to all the time 1.
No,
to the power. If you put I
don't find any
to the
Yeah.
power I, then nothing.
yeah, I equal to I to the power.
I invite you.
No.
You check. You don't.
It will not be like this. It will be, if you put I equal to I to the power I,
Can't you link?
that
Any
means
link?
initially I equal to 1, right? And then when it will do the increment, 1 times 1. 1 times 1, it will always remain 1 times 1. It will always remain 1.
So Tanmay bhai, I'm not understanding the increment decrement.
So this way it is not correct. You do it in that way.
You need to the headphone in your.
So Tanmay bhai, you increment it like I is equal to I plus 1. In print line is I into I. So I'm not understand those parts.
No problem. Now, if you take a look on the left hand side, you will have 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then
Okay.
5, and then 6, and then
5.
7, up to
Okay.
40. Do you understand this?
Yeah, understand this.
So now I need to go from 1 to 40.
Okay.
But when I'm printing, I have to print like every number is the multiplication result of by itself. Can you see? Like this series, in the left hand side we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, up to 40.
6, up to 40, yeah.
Right. Now if I know, if I can generate this series, that is what I'm doing here, generating this series up to 40, and then when I'm coming here to print, first time I'm printing 1 times 1, that is 1. Second time I'm printing 2 times 2, that is 4. Third time I'm
4.
printing 3 times 3, that is 9. Fourth time I'm printing 4 times 4, that is 16. Fifth time I'm printing 5 times 5, that is 25. Right? Finally I'll be printing 40 times
Yeah.
40, that is 1600.
1600.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Now I understand.
Now who doesn't understand up to this? Can anyone say that you didn't understand up to this? If you say yeah, that is not an issue, I understood. Now how will you do this series using while loop?
You find it? Yes.
Can you tell me how you'll be doing it using while loop?
While I less than equal to 14, the
Now
parenthesis.
what is your starting point?
I is equal to 1.
I is equal to 1. Your initialization point is 1. Then
1.
While
I less than equal to 40.
I less than or equal to
40.
less than or equal to 40.
then print your statement,
Print
then
ln I star I.
Plain. While I am printing, it will be I star I.
I.
Then
I is equal to I plus 1.
I equal to I plus 1.
1.
Who doesn't understand this? Guys, do you have any question up to this?
No, Tanmay bhai, we're okay, I think.
Okay, so far? Good. You need practice. Now, let's come to the sum. So, if you take a look, none of you are able to do the sum. Basically, on this series, we did the sum. Instead of displaying 2, 10, 18, 100, right? Instead of displaying these separate numbers, we have to add all of these numbers and display their sum. You got it? What we are looking from? We will have to, what we will have to do? We will have to add all of these numbers, right? So how will you do that? How will you do that? Let me show you. Try to understand this. If you do not understand, let me know. So let's say this is your sum, right? Guys, try to understand this.
So you see his skin in there.
Okay, now let's say that we have a bucket.
I send you on link. You can join there.
I have this bucket.
You find this hangout the group video call. But for me there is limitation. I'm not sure how many limitation there.
Now, let's say this is the bucket, and the name of the bucket is sum. The name of the bucket is what? Sum. Now, what will you do? How will you add all of this number? You
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Javed.
Submit try to join for the hangout, but he say when you join him, there he find the video call is full. There are any limitation in the video call?
I'm not.
Maybe. I think there should be some limitation.
Limitation?
I think so.
So how many people we have in this hangout call so far?
But it should be like 25 people actually.
No,
I think it's less than.
No, we have like
9 people, only 9 people.
we did hangout call for 40, 50 people without any limitation.
But we have only 9.
Yeah, we have only 9.
I think we should do it because we are less than 25, and
Yeah.
if it is 40 people, then we should be good. If he can disconnect and try again.
Okay, I tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him to rejoin.
Can you try again? But
Okay.
I think we are joining only 9 people here. How can you do this?
Guys, so what will you do? You take this
Just
2 here,
for 9 people. You can
right?
cancel
And then
here. I think it's 20. This
You take this 10 here, right? And then you take this.
If you don't see the video, you just see his monitor, yeah?
18
You
here,
find his screen, yeah?
and then gradually
Then
after that 2, 10, 18, it will be 26. So we can bring all of these numbers from this. Javed, can you talk? Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
I know you can just look for you can try for if you find that
Javed, can you mute?
okay, then I can cancel for thank you.
Javed, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, alright. So, if you take a look, what is my series 2, 10, 18? Now, I want the sum of all of these numbers. So, what I'll have to do, I'll have to bring all of these numbers here. After that, it is 26, and actually if I want to type it will be 26, and then the next number will be 34, and the next number will be 42. In that way I'll have to put all of these numbers up to 100 to this container. What is the name of this container? Sum. Do you understand this?
Sum.
I'll have to, from this series, I'll have to bring each of the number and save it in that sum. Initially, what is the value of that sum? Nothing. Initially, the value of the sum is nothing, but gradually we are picking one of the number from the series and putting it in this container. Do you understand this? How I am adding?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go there. It is very straightforward answer. Just if you understand it a little bit, you should be fine. So what is our series? Our series is this. Our series is this. 2, and then what is that?
8.
8, right? And then
14.
is it 2 and then 8? One second. Let me take a look. Our is 2 and then 10 and then
10, 18.
18, right? So 2 and
Yeah.
then 10 and then 18, and then we'll have to go up to
Up to 100.
100, right? Now, first of all, I have a variable I, and then I'm going to have another variable sum to save the result. Okay, let me remove this. Now, what is the initial value of sum?
0.
What is the initial value of sum?
We take 0.
Initial value of sum is nothing. Nothing means 0. Initially my sum is empty. Empty means I have nothing in
0.
it.
Yeah.
I got it. So initially I have nothing in it. 2, 10, 18, 100, right? Initially my sum is 0. So what I'm going to do? Sum equal to 0. Sum equal to 0. Make sense? Initially my container is empty. I'm putting 0 in sum, and then let's come here. What is your initialization point? 2. What is your increment decrement? I equal to I plus
8.
8. And then what is your termination point? Up to 100.
100.
Right? And then you come here, sum equal to, right? Every time I am going into the loop, I am adding that sum. Initially my I is 2. Now I have to do sum equal to sum plus I. Sum equal to sum plus I. So what does this mean? Initially my sum is 0. What is the value of my I? 2. So sum equal to 0 plus 2 equal to 2. Initially my sum equal to 2. Like when I equal to 2, my sum becomes 2, and then it does the increment or decrement. Now when it is doing increment, I equal to I plus 8. That means 2 plus, what is the value of I? 2 plus 8. It is
2 plus 8.
It is
10.
10. Now it is coming
The
here.
next second iteration is 10.
So what is the value of sum?
Its right is 2.
2 plus what is the value of I?
8.
8. So sum plus 2 plus 8, 2 plus 10.
Yeah.
2 plus 10 how much? 12.
2 plus 8.
12, right?
12, yeah.
Okay. And then it will do the incrementation. When it is incrementing, what is the value of I? Now 10. 10 plus 8 how much?
18.
22.
18. Now it is doing.
Yeah.
Now it is doing sum plus 18. What is the
Yeah.
value of sum? 12. 12 plus 18.
12 plus 18.
How much? 30.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 30.
Yeah, it will be looping and adding
And plus
one value at a time
increment.
to sum until it reach 100. And finally, when all of the numbers are added, it will be exiting out from the for loop, right? And then we want to print here system dot out dot println. Right? Now what do I want to print? Let's say I want to print sum here. Okay? Now let me comment out this part real quick to show you how it goes. Now if you execute it, right, if you execute it, you will see that it will be printing the sum of the series. Right, can you see it was able to print
Yes, sir.
the sum of the series?
Yeah. 650.
650. Now what will happen, let's say if you do not go up to 100, right, if you go, let's say, up to 18, how much will be the sum? If you go up to 18, how much will be the sum?
30.
So it will be 30, because 2 plus 10 is 12, 12 plus 18 is 30. Now if you execute
30.
it,
Yeah.
if you execute it, right, can you see? Now the sum is 30. So you understand, like, it is important that you understand this technique. Who is not able to understand this up to this?
Tanmay, can you tell again, please?
Yeah, sure. So initially sum is 0, right?
Okay,
Do you
yeah.
understand this, Junaid?
Yes. Yes.
And then we are going to the initialization point, I equal to 2. And
2.
then it is checking the condition 2 less than or equal to
18.
18. Condition true or false?
True.
True. Then it is coming to line number 10 and doing sum equal to sum plus I. What does this mean? Sum equal to sum plus I. That means it is becoming sum equal to 0
Plus I.
plus
0 plus 2.
2.
0 plus 2.
Junaid, do you understand this?
Yes. 0 plus 2. Okay.
Okay.
So
Then
it's true.
yeah. Then how much are we saving in sum now? It is 2. Do you understand this? Now the value of sum is 2.
2. Yes.
Okay.
2. Okay.
Good. Then it has added this 2. Now it is incrementing. After the increment, what is the value?
10.
2 plus 8.
2
I
plus
know, I-
the initial value of I is 2.
2
Then
plus
2 plus 8 is
Now it's
10.
10.
10.
10 less than or equal to, then it is checking the condition 10 less than or equal to 18.
It's true.
So it's true.
True. It is going into the loop. Now sum equal to sum plus I.
Okay.
What is the value of sum?
Sum is 2.
Sum is 2.
Oh no, 10.
Sum is 10. Yeah.
No.
Then
No,
10,
no.
10 plus
Sum is
8.
equal to 2.
What was the previous value of sum?
2.
10.
2.
2. And then
2.
now what is the value of I?
10.
10. Right? 2 plus 10. So how much it is becoming? Now sum
12.
equal to
12.
12. Okay. Then it is going for the increment or decrement. Now how much will be the value of I?
18.
I is 10. No, the below of I is 8. No, is 10.
10. 10 plus
18.
10 plus
10.
8, 18.
10 plus 8.
18.
Its
18.
sum is 8. Sum is 8. Yeah.
No, the value of I is
I
now
equal to 18.
18.
I
18,
is 18.
18 less than or equal to 18. Condition true or false.
True.
Is true.
Then it is coming here,
Equal.
right? What was the previous value of sum? 12, right?
12, yes.
What is the value of I now? 18.
18.
Now is
18.
13. 13. Sum is 13 right now.
30, right? And then it will do the increment or decrement. I equal to I plus 8. How much will be I now? What is the previous value of
26.
I?
18.
18. 18 plus 8. How much?
8. 26.
26 less than or equal to 18.
False.
False. Then it is not going to do any more addition. Do you
ভাই
understand?
আজকে ক্লাসে ভিডিও করা মানে রেকর্ড করা দিয়েছে?
Yes, it is being
Yeah.
recorded.
আচ্ছা, আমি হয়তো একটু আর্লি চলে যাবো, আমার একটু কাজ আছে, তো বাকিটা ভিডিওতে দেখবো আর কি।
Yeah, I'll be sending the recording. Yeah. So, do you are
Not clear.
you are not
I'm not clear about it.
okay, you are still not clear? No problem.
Yeah, some confusion. I
The
think.
sum you just think it of I, and the condition will be easy.
Yeah, let me do this in this way.
Is sum, give the sum name something different, it will be easy.
Here,
No, the sum equal to this initial sum. Yeah, the variable sum, when the variable sum equal to 0, put some different
0.
name that it easy to understand. Yeah,
let's
then
put,
we'll get.
let's put summation.
Yeah,
Summation equal to.
or put x. Put x. That will be very easy to get it.
You want me to put x here?
Yeah, then you will get it very easy. I know.
X, and then you want to do instead of sum, you want to do x.
Yeah, this is very, yeah, then it will be easy.
Junaid, let me explain you from the beginning. So my
Okay.
goal is to get the sum of all of this number into a variable and display it. My goal is to add all of these numbers into a variable and print it. Okay. Now if you take a look here, we are starting from, what is our starting
2.
point? 2. And
2.
then we are checking the condition 2 less than
18.
18. So I'm just going up to 18. I'm not going up to 100. I'm going up to 18 so that you can understand it. Okay. Now 2 less than or equal to 18. Condition true or false?
True.
True. Okay. Now you are going to add this 2 to that container. So how do you do that? It is like when you are adding, it is in this way, right? Let's say in your hand, right, or in your pocket you have $5. Okay. Then you got another $5 from your friend. So how much is that? Now you have
$10.
$10. Where? In your pocket. Where?
Yeah, in my pocket.
In your pocket. Then you got another $5. Now how much do you have?
15.
15. So when you are adding it, what do? Whatever you have in your pocket, right? You add on top of it. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Whatever you have in your pocket, first of all, initially you had 5, right? And then your
5,
friend
yes.
gave you $5. Then it
$5.
becomes 10, and then your another friend
10.
give you $5. Then it is
So it's
15.
15.
You do not add,
15 now.
right? And then your another friend give you another $5.
Okay. So now it's 20.
In your pocket you have 20, right? So when you are adding whatever you have in your pocket, that's all that you have in your pocket, that X, right? And then you got 2 from your friend. That means initially over there you have $5, but initially you have nothing here. 0 plus 2, then it is $2 in your pocket at this point.
$2. Okay.
In your pocket, how much? $2.
Now it's $2. Yeah.
Now it will do the incrementation. How much will be the value of I?
8.
After the incrementation, how much will be the value of I?
It's 10.
10, correct. Now what do you
10.
have in your pocket?
Now it's $10.
No, how much do you already have in your pocket? Remember,
10.
initially you had 0, then your friend give you $2.
Zero.
$2.
$2.
Then you have this
yeah.
$2 in your pocket, right?
Okay. Yes.
And then you got another $10 from another friend. When you are incrementing I, right, then you have another $10
Yes.
in your pocket. Now initially you have 2 plus 10, how much?
12.
12.
12. Now how much do you have in your pocket? 12.
12.
So how much do you have in your pocket? 12. Now do the incrementation. How much is the value of I?
I is equal to 12. 12 plus 8.
No, you are confusing this I and X.
X.
Remember, I is the one that your friend is giving. X is the one that you
Okay.
have in your pocket,
Okay.
Okay.
right?
I is 10. 10 plus 8.
Okay.
Let me start over.
So I is now 10. So I is now 12.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
I is now 10. I think. Yeah. 10.
Let's start from the beginning. Initially your X is 0, right? You have I equal
Zero.
to 2,
Zero.
2 less than, this is like this value is what you are getting from your friend, or let's say from your parent. Okay, I equal to 2, and then 2 less than or equal to
18.
18. 2 less than or
18.
equal to 18. Then condition true, then it is going there, right? Then initially what do you have in your pocket?
Initial is 0.
0. So you got
0.
how much from your friend? $2.
$2. Okay.
So 0 plus 2,
2.
2, right?
$2.
After
okay,
the
two.
first iteration, it is X equal to 2, and then it will do
2. Okay.
then it will do the incrementation of this I. What will be the value after the incrementation? The value of I
10.
will be
8 plus 2 is 10.
10, right? Now
Yes.
how much have you received from your friend?
$8. 8.
No.
10.
So now, right, can you see we have to do 2 and then 10. To make it 10, I have to add 2 plus 8, right? 2 plus 8, that makes it 10. Now what do you have in your pocket already? X, 2, right? And then 2 plus, what is the value of I? 10, right?
Or
Jonas, can you hear me?
10.
Now you have in your pocket 2, and then your friend gave you 2 plus 8, that is 10. Now you are adding 2 plus 10, that is the value of X is 12. Now you have in your pocket how much? 12. How much do you have in your pocket? 12. And then if you do the incrementation, right, what is the value of I? 10. 10 plus 8, that is 18. So X plus I, that means what do you have initially in your
8.
pocket? Yeah. Can you hear me, Jonah? Jonah, can you hear me? Can you speak up, Jonah? Jonah, are you dropped from the audio?
Please.
Yeah, can you hear me, Junaid? Guys, are you there? Javed, can you hear me? Javed?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, Javed.
Listen.
Jonathan, can you hear me now?
Tanmay, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your voice is
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
coming.
Listening. Yeah, I can hear
Good.
you.
Okay, so Jonathan, it is straightforward if you think it in that way. First, you will have to add this 2 with sum, and then you will have to add this 10 with sum, and then you will have to add this 18 with sum. Every time, first time you are adding 2, you already have 2 in sum, and the next time when you are adding, then it is you will have to do 2 plus 10.
2 plus 10.
2 plus 10. So it will be in the sum, it will be 12, right? And next time when you do it, it will be 12 plus 18, right? Up to this, how much? 12 plus 18. Every time when you do this sum series,
disconnected.
You are getting it disconnected, guys. It seems like we are having difficulties in the audio. So let me just drop off from this call and join again. Can you guys hear me? Ashal Sharir?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Guys, I think it is we are not having quality audio here. So whatever I have recorded, I'm going to send you this recording. Other than that, it is a little bit difficult to take class in this way. I'm coming back, let me tell you, I'm coming back on 24th. Okay, I'm coming back on 24th. We will have class on 25th on site. This class will be on site on 25th. This class, this 18th class, I will not take this class. It is, audio is not good and it is difficult to deliver stuff. So this class will not be doing it. 25th class will be.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Sharir, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me type it. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. So what I'm trying to say, I understand that we really wanted to have this class, but it seems it will be difficult to continue class in this situation because having real hard time to deliver the audio. So our next class, I will not take the next class. I will not take the next class on 25th. On 25th I will have class on site. Shariat, can you hear me?
Yeah, brother, I hear you.
You understand what I'm trying to deliver here? On
Yes.
next week, next Sunday is 18th. This class will not have it. On 25th I will be in Atlanta and I will take class there, and I'll try to take additional class after I'm coming back. So that's all for today. We are having audio issue, and it seems it is hard to deliver stuff by this way.
Okay.
So I will try to send you a couple of video if I can. Other than that, you will be having class on 25th.
So next class not
No, next class
online.
it is I'm going to send an email. It is difficult. I'll try to send a
Okay.
video for the next class instead of this online class.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try to send a video for the next class.
Okay.
Alright guys,
Okay. Thank you.
thank you guys, bye.